Gonna do this podcast I've been meaning to do for the past 2 days. Man, I was doing this book thing. I'm writing this book right now. Well, take it back. I'm reading a book about writing a book, and I am writing this thing called about this book called 100 Confessions. I was gonna make it a separate podcast, but it don't make no sense. I could just do it on this. So with this podcast, I'm able to just express myself with no filter. But when it comes down to the confession book, you gotta think, because it gives you a topic, and it's your job to write on a particular topic. So I ran across this thing talking about like love, and I made a Facebook post about it too. Man, you know you're in love with somebody when you pop up at family member's house talking about, is so-and-so there? I experienced that at a young age. And I say when I was a young age because I don't do that stuff no more. I don't think I care enough. But yeah, I had literally couldn't find her. Well, let me take it back. Love, I'm going to go with lust because it was even younger. So it was this girl I used to always see in the front yard all the time at my great-grandma, Mama Lou house. Later found out her name later in life, but I'm going to tell you a story for me not knowing her name. Every time I go there, I saw her outside, a little pretty light-skinned girl, and I was just like, man, she beautiful. What's that? But me, at that age, I ain't had no confidence to get rejected. So, whatever. So, I used to literally play in the yard and act like my ball was going down the street so I can chase it to look at her. And this is like me plotting to say hello. And I finally said hello to her and literally didn't see her again for years until maybe 2002. I transferred from Tigard to North Parkway. And I went to North Parkway. It brought to my attention what a cute girl was, because I had been in the hood, I had been in the suburbs, but I ain't seen them cute city girls. So my first week at the school, I'm just like, oh my goodness. We had this girl named Shankila Hunt. She looked like Alicia Keys. Her best friend for Shonda was like brown skinned, oh my goodness, like NDRE song. Then I ran to that girl, her name Britney Spears. And it was funny how everybody kept talking about her at school, but I didn't know who they were talking about, because Britney Spears was a famous singer at the moment. She was like, that was the height of her career. So Britney Spears. Man, I ran to that girl one day. I dropped my bag. I was like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. And I couldn't say nothing to her because she don't know me. And I had only encountered her in passing for years. So I just always do crazy stuff to try to get her attention. So it was some crazy times. I think another one. I had a middle school, high school sweetheart before I had a real high school sweetheart. So my middle school, high school sweetheart was a girl named Elizabeth Houston. Man, I used to be crazy about Liz. Like on some
total distance 3 miles.
I want to love
total time 42 minutes and 20 seconds. Split pace 16 minutes 27 seconds per mile. Workout paused. Workout resumed.
That's my fitness pal. My run. But yeah, I used to, oh my goodness, Liz Houston. Love me, please. But what always happened was Liz had situations with other dudes before I got there. When I got there, I tried to cut in line. So Liz was a player. So what happened to me was, couldn't get Liz at all. She gave me no attention. Tell me why we get to high school, I'm still trying to get Liz. And then she just blankly one day was like, Michael, you're cool, but I don't like you like that. So I appreciate you stop trying to get with me. I don't like you like that. You're too goofy for me. That moment I grew up. Ran into her sister. Her sister went to school with us, Couture. Now, this was the first time I ever transferred love energy from one person to the next one. Man, I took all that Liz, gave it to Couture. And Couture, she led me on. So you couldn't tell me nothing. I was to carry her books to class, carry her backpack, all kind of stuff. So, have you doing some crazy stuff out there. And then years went by and I had crushes on like other people, but like I remember like Curlin Johnson. Man, Curlin Johnson mama and my auntie Gertrude were like best friends. Curlin used to be over there all the time. I thought Curlin was older than me, so I could never, ever, ever say hey to her. So Curlin was out of my league. So one day we was at school and I was one of the few guys took pictures. So I had snuck me a picture with Curlin and lost the freaking camera till the next year, sophomore year. I found it and got the film developed, and you couldn't tell me nothing. I had a picture with Curlin. But that was just the craziest stuff I used to experience with love before I actually fell in love for real. High school. Hey, when you're in love, you know you're doing stupid stuff, but you still do it. So I used to pop up at one girl house. Like, when I say pop up, I mean literally pop up. I drive by, walk by, just try to be outside so when she come outside I can say, hey, that kind of stuff. Now, you could call it stalking, but I wouldn't call it stalking because my plans were strategic in the manner that I was living my life. I wasn't funneling all my energy toward these people. I was just trying to get their attention in a funny manner, trying to bring some excitement and joy. But, you know, I knew these people didn't like me, so it didn't like affect me to the point where, you know, I wasn't happy. But yeah, man, trying to get with your crush, you go through all kind of loops, kind of like the Hot Wheels. You just be woo, 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 woo. But man, as I got older, man, I changed my whole approach when I figured out they all were the same. So once you realize all of them the same, you just take the approach and you take the mentality of, I'm going to appreciate the one I get because all of them the same. So yeah, y'all take care. Peace out, holla.